Hey, Roberto. Well, your long wait is over. It is time. Oh boy, what a beauty. Rare to see them this nice. 6139, yeah, 7010, 1970, with the correct orange two-part sweep with the orange lacquer on the top here. That was done, I believe, to, once this thing was set, to hold it in place. It's a little flake of orange right there. It came off the tip right there. I'll see if I can put that back. It looks like the tip is actually bent slightly. Well, that's a nice watch. It is interesting on these. I've seen this on every single one with the kind of overall case brushing these have. It's always, unusually for Seiko, it's always a little haphazard. Well, that's not even the right word. It just looks like it's done by hand. Like a lot of their stuff is done by hand, but this really looks like it's done by hand. But they're still, but it's correct. It's correct. It's cool. So, get this non-standard bracelet off of here. Come on, okay. Old, gross stuff. There we go. Doesn't want to stop start, okay? Wow, look at that. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Look, and it's running too, trying to anyway. Case back seal, old and hard. No servicing marks inside our case back. Okay. The hammer is extended out and it won't retract. That would be why it is not. There we go. Reset going on there. There she runs. There she starts to go. And she stopped. Of course she's got no power, so that might be part of the problem. So, let's see what we get. Clearly original. Yep, 6139A, as it should be. Red text JDM. Boop. Darn it. Darn it. Out. Get away. So it had a little bit of haze, not a lot. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's step one. Oops. Forgot my magic paw lever. Can't do that. got that now. What? Oh. Okay, so your chronograph is set. Your chronograph is set correctly. You can see in the little date window, in the little window right here. This is the fingers right here. It's where it's supposed to be, but it is resetting to here. So I don't have a problem with that sweep hand. Okay, well, hang on a second. I want to make it so you guys can see this a little better. So I'm trying a different setup. Yeah, seals are ancient. That's no shock. Not a shock. And ooh, your crown is bent. Of course, these things, they just come off in pieces. There you have some of your crown gasket, which you will get to look at. Yeah, your crown is bent. I will straighten that if I can. If not, I will replace it, as I do have these crowns. Yikes. Filthy. Yucky. Filthy yucky. Oh, one of your two springs is missing. No, I think. Oh wait, where am I? No, it's in here. I'm just being silly. More button stuff that is just hard as anything. Hang on. Actually, that one wasn't too. It's still squishy. It's not usable, but it is squishy. That's something. Oh, this one is. This one's a lot harder. At least if I can get this one off in one piece. Nope, didn't. Broke. Okay. Okay. Got that a little. Yeah. The tip of the sweep definitely whacked into something at a tip of the sweep whacked into the hand, the minute hand, as it was coming around, because you can see how tight the clearances here. The minute hand has come up. That's obviously not what we need. Dial is beautiful. Dial is beautiful. Huh. There's a teeny tiny hair that was inside the original paint on this hand. You can actually see it when it was hit some manufacturing error. This is cool. You don't get to see this stuff quite as often. But look at the beautiful, it's not just orange, it's like this flat metallic orange. Super nice. Hang on, let me see if I can make this a little bigger for you guys. Okay. Look at that though, the date changes over right at midnight. Okay, I gotta pull this handset and I need to be right on top of that to do that correctly. Okay, so good news is that the tip, while it is slightly bent, it's actually fine. The paint is good. That little teeny tiny orange paint chip, it goes right there. So I will put this one back in. I haven't yet ascertained what's up with the hands, so hold on. All that stuff is off. Your case pack was February 1970, and this, your dial was January 1970. Exactly correct. Super nice. Let me make sure this thing is, the main spring is let down. Yep. It is. Okay, make sure I'm in frame. Yes, I am. You know, case is pretty dirty, but it's not in a bad way. It actually looks pretty clean. Looking at the faces on the palette stones. It's pretty gluey. Boy, it sure doesn't want to turn. I mean, it does. It's just not happy about it. Yeah, it's just sticky. No, that's... Oh, right. Yeah, usual thing. Nothing new. Oop, that's a loose screw. That one was mostly tight. Oh, that one was loose. Yeah. When those screws are loose, that means the whole bridge comes up. And when the whole bridge comes up, that means the clearances on the clutch and the center wheel are not where they ought to be. Okay, there's the bridge with the with your intermediate wheel is staked in place. Test this. This should be super easy to move. It's just gluey. We'll see how that does after cleaning. Check that again. Minute counter wheel. Yeah, though, look, it's pretty clean, don't you think? Early style operating lever spring. A-type hammer spring. There's the hammer. A-type, because it doesn't have the adjuster here for the hammer. Yeah, that's pretty shiny. Pretty shiny. I'd say I'm the first person ever to be in here. Yeah. Pretty shiny. Would you stop fighting me? That one, boy, they honked that one down. Those are dangerous to screw down that hard. You can snap the bottom of the shaft off the head. Lucky that we made it without that problem. Yeah, boy, that would be no fun. Yep. I don't think this had a whole lot of miles on it. I mean, it got reset a fair amount, but yeah, I don't think this watch was ever really abused. Come on, off we get. There's your pillar wheel, and the pillar wheel pushing. Get in there. Okay. Yeah, look at this, pretty clean. Yeah, mainspring, upper mainspring, arbor bushing ain't bad. It's a little dirty. Nothing terrible. Okay, moment of truth. There's your chronograph wheel. We'll just test it real quick. Okay, that basic informal test is good. So, that's a good thing. That is a good thing. Okay, so the wheels look okay. I'm not quite sure why it wouldn't reset to 0, but we're not going to find out until I put the thing back together and we see how it behaves. I love the fact that this one is jeweled right here. The JDM only got that jewel. Yeah, look at how shiny it is. Alright, fine. Have it your way. Yeah, real typical. Real typical. Not bad. Not bad. Really, honestly, it really isn't. Having not seen the light of day for 50 years, it's not bad. Pretty shiny. There's your die fix setting. Yeah, I don't want it. Actually, I always prefer to do this one. This side here, because it holds everything nice and firmly. Okay. Okay, so your day wheel has spun on its axis. It's supposed to be lined up here, and it's obviously it's not. Okay. Oops. Your C-clip is bent out a little bit. I'm going to have to correct that. You have to spin this on its, because the star wheel, it turns, the star wheel turns. This thing is aluminum and they're staked together, but if it's, we can loosen up over time and this thing turns, and then you've got an issue. Here's your upper dial fix. cool. Wow, I just had a screw explosion. That's okay, I saw where they went. Date wheel rather. Make sure I'm in here. Yeah, look at that, shiny. Shiny, shiny. This one there. This is your corrector lever right here. This is the minute wheel bridge. Come on. Yep. Okay. Yeah, it's nice because it's an early one. All metal gears. Yeah, look at how clean it is under there. This stuff hasn't seen the light of day since 1970, I bet. Hang on a second. That's a good, nice tight fit there, so let me get that out. Yes. Here's your center wheel. Cannon pinion. Yeah, this has that thing, sometimes you see this, it looks like it has like S2 or something in there, rather than a heavier grade. Interesting. Alrighty. Let's get this off. Okay, now on the die fix setting, I like to be right on top of those because, boy, there is nothing that'll go kink more than this little die fix screw. So I'm going to get that done. So I'll check back in once everything's out of the cleaner. I just have to remember to save that little flake of orange paint, which I will do here in just a minute. Just pulling the case apart, I found something I've never seen before. Again, I'll swear it's the chances. I don't think this watch has ever been opened up since it was made, but it has here underneath this bezel string, some kind of very fine red thread. I don't know why. I've never seen anything like that before, but there it is. I mean, maybe it got a crystal change at some point, but you also had water tried to get in here. You can see that around there. Let's get that crystal out and see what happens. Look at that sealing surface. Oh yeah, I think we're okay. Yeah, you see, because you can see the corrosion on the top there, but it didn't get inside. So I think we're fine. There's the crystal gasket. I don't see any signs of funkiness in there. There's a little bit on the top, but nothing major. That is some. These are some weird parts. If you're working on one of these early ones, Seiko changed a lot of the heights, just a hair, depending on if it was an A or a B, and the parts don't interchange. Like, it's really, really subtle, very, very subtle differences, and one will not work with the other. Yeah. Okay, cool. Now it's going into the... Okay, I am just about out of time today, and I was forgetting to film, which is silly of me. I want to get... So I started pushing on this all back together, nice and clean. I want to just get the... I want to get the other side of this. I want to get the train running. I haven't done the calendar because I want to just make sure that everything's cool. A little bit of lubrication right in there for the fourth wheel section. Come on, just a little bit more. Come on, give it to me. Okay, I think that will do. Definitely got some oil going on there. Yeah, so the jeweling got all done, which is nice. It looks very clean. It was definitely super worn on one side. It was kind of amazing, actually. Kind of amazing. So nice, so clean. There we go. Ooh, that's nice. Okay. I'm going to be real lucky if I get this done before. I mean, if I get it up and running before I need to go. course, we've got to put a little bit of lubrication underneath the leading edge of that reset lever so that it can glide across that face, which is what it needs to do. Where's that? Come on. Ah, there you are. I see you. Where's that? Okay. Let's get this pillar wheel all where it needs to be. Okay, good. Make sure I am where I am. Okay, good, I am. It is always interesting to think about how many subtle changes they made to these between the A and the B versions. Normally you get an A and B change, it's nothing too major, but this they did all kinds of stuff. The plates are different thicknesses, the designs of how they function together are different. A lot of the parts won't swap one to the other. Some will, a lot don't. So it's almost like the A version, sort of the beta release. Okay, there's that. Okay, good. Operating spring lever. Come on. Okay. Hammer. Okay. Sit down just like that. Now it's time for one of these little fun bits. Hammer spring. Hammer spring. Boom, beep, beep, beep. Boom, 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 boom. Hammer spring. Boom, doo, doo, doo. Doo, doo, doo. Oh, come on. Gotta catch it under the front. And then you gotta rotate it just right. Catch it under the back. that easier said than done. Minute counter wheel. Now, of course, is the fun part. As you will remember, we tested this wheel, this intermediary wheel, with our brush. Remember, it didn't fit. I haven't checked this. I don't know what I'm going to find out. Aha, look at that. See? And that is, believe it or not, the official Seiko test. No kidding. It really is. Yeah, this one didn't get resettled. There's no divot right over here. That's pretty awesome. Oh, I need my S4 out. Darn it. Hang on just 1 second. Okay. So now, it's just not aiming for me. There we go. Drops in. Perino. Oh, yeah, that's so nice. Nice and light. Excellent. Okay, let me check something right quick. Okay, so here we go. I thought I'd show you this for fun. Boy, everybody's crying. Come on, would you focus? Focus. In any case, there's your jewel for the lower mainspring arbor. Okay, I actually have all the people out of here, and I am prepped and ready to go. I am going to drop this in. The running looked good. Everything's nice and smooth. Oh, come off it. There we go. And my phone is almost completely out of power, so I don't know how long this is going to last before it cuts out. And I'm at the end of the day, which is where it is at. Well, I'll tell you this, it's running. Definitely runner. Okay. I'm gonna. It is at the very end of my day, but we got it, and it's. I haven't really adjusted it yet. It's just running in still. I have it assembled. This main sweep hand was absolutely set wrong. It was set over there. I have no idea why, but the tube was slightly split, so I had to basically repair it using I had to repair the tube with a two-part fast cure epoxy, a minuscule, a tiny amount, because it wouldn't reset. It kept moving all over the place, and I would have had to fix it anyway. So this two-part epoxy that I use is really pretty hardcore, and it holds it beautifully. But anyway. Okay, I want to let this run in over the weekend and kind of get things going. I got my own projects I want to do, but I am excited about getting this onto this for you. And let's go from there. And here it is in all of its glory. Isn't that a humdinger? It kills me. I actually, at one point, I had 3 of these. 2 were probably just about this nice. Gosh darn it, that's a nice watch. That's just magnificent. What a watch. I can't believe I used to own 3 of these things. There's not much to say. Wow, that's a nice watch. Holy cow. Okay, why did I ever sell these? What's wrong with me? Oh, I was so distracted by the beauty of this watch, I forgot to say what I always say, which is, I thank you so much for your patience. I know it's been a really long time, and I thank you for sticking with me. I appreciate it. Sincerely. Okay, now